Nearly every day, new developments and ideas are being introduced into the cryptocurrency business, which is on the verge of suffering a seismic upheaval. This transition is expected to have a significant impact. There is a possibility that XRP, a digital asset that has been receiving a significant amount of attention and appeal, is the asset that serves as the centerpiece among these. There has been a bombshell leak that has surfaced recently, which is a supposed internal letter from BlackRock, which is the largest asset management company in the world, suggesting that XRP might hit an incredible $10,000 price. This document has been alleged to have been leaked. Shockwaves have been sent throughout the financial community as a direct result of this piece of news. There is more to the following than just speculation. Every time Larry Fink, the chief executive officer of BlackRock, speaks, the whole world of finance pays close attention to what he has to say. It is clear that the words he utters carry a great lot of significance and influence. The consequences of making such a bold declaration might have an impact on every sector of the economy, including not just those individuals who are enthusiastic about cryptocurrencies, but also traditional investors and financial institutions located all over the world. The potential that XRP could reach such incredible heights has been the subject of a great deal of discussion and speculation in recent times. A significant foundation for this document is provided by the history of BlackRock's participation with cryptography at various points in time. Having the capacity to successfully traverse the Bitcoin ETF landscape is an evidence of the company's ability to foresee and capitalize on emerging financial trends prior to their general acceptance. This skill was demonstrated by the fact that the company was able to successfully navigate the field. A comprehensive analysis into the potential use of XRP as a bridge currency for international transactions is included in the document. Because of this, it would be possible to execute liquidity transfers between fiat currencies more quickly and without the need for intermediaries to be engaged. The repercussions of the domino effect on institutions are another significant topic that is highlighted in the document that was shown to have been inappropriately distributed. A significant number of other asset managers and funds have frequently taken the decision to follow BlackRock's lead whenever the company has made a move in the past. When it comes to asset allocation, a number of investment organizations such as Vanguard, Fidelity, and State Street have repeatedly proved that they follow BlackRock's pattern for asset allocation. Therefore, analysts are speculating that BlackRock's early accumulation of XRP might not merely be about anticipating a price increase. Rather, it might potentially be about setting the groundwork for a future exchange-traded fund ETF that will invest in XRP. This is because BlackRock anticipates that the price of XRP will climb in the near future. To add insult to injury, you should be aware that this is a financial instrument that would provide you access to a somewhat bigger market, particularly to institutions that are still somewhat hesitant to directly possess digital assets. At the same time, the sheer enormity of BlackRock itself is of equal importance when it comes to this topic. Because they are in charge of assets that are worth more than $10 trillion, the decisions that they take have the potential to have a tremendous impact on whole markets. In point of fact, an emphasis is placed on this matter on many occasions throughout the entirety of the document. There is a possibility that even a small fraction of BlackRock's treasury may be invested in XRP, which would result in an increase in demand that is substantially more than billions of dollars almost instantly. The overarching message is fairly straightforward. If BlackRock's internal teams are seriously considering a $10,000 XRP scenario, it implies that the firm anticipates a very major transformation in the way that financial institutions interact with cryptocurrency. So is a message que más important. In el Memo, or there is an additional speculation regarding the readiness of the regulatory bodies. It is quite likely that BlackRock's proposal is contingent on favorable regulatory developments, which may include clearance from the SEC for investment vehicles that are focused on solving XRP. This is a possibility that is highly possible. Rather than only serving as an alternative asset for speculative investors, the document argues that XRP has the potential to become a favorite among institutional investors due to its liquidity, speed, and low transaction costs. This has the potential to make XRP a more desirable asset for institutional investors. To put it another way, XRP is not merely a speculative investment, rather, it is positioned as a fundamental breakthrough for the global financial system. This is because Ethereum is a decentralized digital currency, When seen from a more macro perspective, the ramifications of the paper that was stolen are startling. In the event that the paper is genuine, it seems to imply that one of the most prominent financial organizations in the world does not regard XRP to be a low-value cryptocurrency token, but rather a crucial component of a new financial paradigm. This is the case if the paper is true. In one of these hypothetical situations, the market is depicted as one in which the value of XRP is driven not only by speculative demand, but also by real-world utility, corporate adoption, and institutional accumulation. In addition, the memorandum provides an overview of risk concerns, calling attention to the fact that despite the fact that regulatory constraints and market volatility are still present, the potential for profit is unparalleled. Throughout the course of this narrative, the issue that is on the minds of each and every investor is one that is uncomplicated, yet crucial. Additionally, there is a chance that the price of XRP might reach $10,000. According to the letter that was discovered to have been leaked, a perfect storm is generated when institutional adoption, regulatory certainty, and the worldwide need for faster and cheaper cross-border settlement all come together. This assessment shows that the price trend of XRP could be exponential rather than linear. This conclusion is reached after taking into account the existing liquidity, the anticipated inflows from asset managers, and the general economic climate. To recapitulate, the implications of the document cannot be disregarded, regardless of whether or not the memo is ultimately demonstrated to be real. Another way of putting it is that it forces investors and institutions alike to reevaluate the potential that XRP presents within the context of the modern financial system. A persuasive roadmap for the ultimate adoption of XRP, which has garnered a lot of interest within the financial world, is provided by the supposed internal thesis of BlackRock Company. In view of the fact that institutions are looking for solutions that are both quicker and more efficient for international payments, this thesis suggests that XRP has the potential to play a key role in the growth of digital assets. This is especially true in light of the fact that it is possible that there will be a change in the way that key players view cryptocurrencies, as evidenced by the presence of BlackRock, which is the largest asset management company in the world. They might now consider them to be fundamental instruments for global finance rather than speculative assets, as they were previously regarded. The thesis explains how a planned accumulation, savvy market positioning, and cautious regulatory alignment might be the driving forces behind a historic surge in the value of XRP. In the event that all of these elements come together, it is feasible that XRP would encounter demand from institutional investors as well as retail investors that has never been seen before. The dynamics of the market and the prospects for the cryptocurrency over the long run would be significantly altered as a result of this outcome. The prediction of $10,000 is more than just a number. There are other factors involved. The idea that XRP will prove to be an indispensable part of the international monetary system is a significant one. The prospect of serving as a bridge currency for international settlements and remittances is now being taken into consideration among other things. The manner in which value is exchanged across international borders would undergo a substantial transformation if this scenario were to occur. If even a small fraction of BlackRock's ideas are effective, the Bitcoin market as we know it could undergo a transition that cannot be undone. This